I do something creative every day. It's either stitching, embroidery, making something three-dimensional, painting, drawing, or Barbie doll head ornaments for Christmas. I'm constantly working. I've recently started doing a series of more figurative work, and I'm just looking up images of entertainers from variety shows like Ed Sullivan shows, like jugglers and stuff like that. And I'm not a trained painter at all. I've never had any formal painting training whatsoever. I've never had a lesson. So I want to keep it that way because I could never render something exactly the way it should be at all. And I think that really helps come across as to what it is. So I was cleaning out my studio, and with my boyfriend who had passed, Chuck McNally had passed from cancer, I had all of his stuff in here, and after 2 years I finally started going through all of his stuff. It's all up there in the rafters and in flat files. But I did find all these prepared rabbit skin glue masonite boards that he had prepped for some work he was going to do. And I just felt like there's a little bit of magic in them. And I decided I was going to do some work with those. So it's been a change in material and a change in subject matter altogether. I'm starting to do more figurative work with bathers, pen and ink drawings. And then from there, I'm just doing kind of abstract background color. My mother played a huge role and was a major influence in my childhood, not only my childhood, but my life and what I'm doing now with my work. Growing up with a family that is in the vintage business in the 70s in Greenwich Village was quite unique. So growing up for me, everything was old. She had the radio on instead of listening to the contemporary songs of the day. She always had on the golden oldies, and it stuck with me. And now I have a vintage Etsy shop, and I go to estate sales, and when I find things that remind me of that time, I grab them, and I either use them as a subject matter or I'll make something with them, like my Barbie ornaments. Sensory plays a lot into my work, especially through smell and the color. I decided to make the sunscreen series because it wasn't fun for me. I was always getting burned. So the Noxzema, for instance, that smell, cooled me down. So when things weren't going well physically and I didn't feel well, that smell was like a relief and was healing. The Bain du Soleil, the other sunscreen, I kind of have a snarky comment on it because as enjoyable as the products look, the brightness of them and the nostalgia of it all, I'm also talking a little bit about global warming.